Hello, all you PDF files. This is your humble host, PDF Pockethole speaking, and I nearly just forgot my own name. PDF, what is it again?
Welcome to the pockethole podcast.
Right, so well, first things first, this is probably the most important episode of the Pockethole podcast thus far. That's right, we're on the video systems, and if you can see me on YouTube right now, you'll see that I'm pointing my finger right at you just to indicate that I know you're there. Just keeping in on you. So, welcome, this is my setup. Now, for those of you listening, I just want to make one thing clear, okay? I really fucking hate when people do video podcasts and then they totally forget that there's people just listening to the audio version of the episode. For example, Joe Rogan and the H3 podcast, they always say like, oh, look at this video, oh, put up this video. Whoa, I can't believe she just did that. Whoa, did you see that? Play that again. And you're like, I had this one time when I was doing a job as a delivery boy, and I was cycling around the city, and I was listening to the H3 podcast. Back when it was decent, it's fucking shit now. It's the worst fucking podcast in the world. This is the best one. I was listening to it, and they had some guy on, and he kept on like mentioning a video, and he was kind of describing the video and what was happening, and that was very entertaining to my imaginative brain. But then they started saying, oh, I should take up the video. Why are you talking about the video? We can play it. And then I'm just listening to audio from a YouTube video. It makes no sense at all. And they're laughing at his facial expression and shit. So my point is, I'm not going to make this like any different whether you're listening to it or whether you're watching it. And in fact, to add to that, I'm going to add some bonus content to the video stuff and some bonus content to the audio stuff. So you're never going to know which version is the real version. Know what I mean? Anything can happen. I'm not going to do it now because I know you're expecting it, but you know, when you're least expecting it, there's going to be some weird exclusive shit happening, alright? Okay. Alright, so what do we have coming up on the show today? I'm going to be debuting my new podcast pipe, okay? So I've got a pipe for smoking tobacco, and I thought that just to spice things up with the video, I thought I need to add some sort of aesthetic, because I'm not very visually striking, you know? I'm just a regular guy who suffers from chronic ugliness, and I'm just in my regular backdrop. Oh yeah, so here's the thing. For those listening, let me set the scene for you. I'm lit on stage. I'm center in front of the camera, right in front of the microphone, giving you all my attention. The microphone, I like to think of it as you, the embodiment of the listener. And I will be regularly caressing you and holding you, just making sure that everything's okay. Little kiss like that. So the scene here, the scene is like, I've got a nice purplish backdrop with like LED lights, making it futuristic, kind of like some sort of like 1970s idea of what 2020 probably looks like. And of course the narrators over in the booth behind the camera.
Just keeping the show alive, giving you some company.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep, that's me.
And what else do we have? Oh yeah, so coming up on the show, I have a very entertaining anecdote about a pigeon and a seagull. What else do I have? I've been thinking a lot about Greek philosophers, and I've made a very witty observation connecting Greek philosophers to Instagram influencers. And what else? What else do we have coming up? Oh yeah, so the pipe. So I'll get the pipe for you. We'll get the pipe. We'll start the show, and and then we're away with it. Pipes ahoy! Well, if it isn't my old pal Denim Holdings. Denim, how are you doing?
How do, good sir? I'm well. How are you?
You well? Yeah, not too bad. Hey, what's going on?
I'm smoking my pipe.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to have a pipe. Why do you have a pipe?
I've always had a pipe. That's one of my things.
A pipe is my thing. It's my thing now. Why do you have a pipe?
Since when? I've always had a pipe.
Since
you know
just there, literally, I was just saying it, that I have a pipe. It matches my colour scheme and everything.
Mine's auburn wood. I don't know, some kind of fancy for wood, I reckon.
I have a lot to do, okay? So if you don't have anything important. I'm just going to get back to the show, all right?
No, I have a few important things. I just wanted to talk. You're a talking man. Why not have a talk?
Well, as I said to the murder couple, you know, I've never really understood, you know, just calling for a chat. I've never just called someone for a chat. I don't understand the purpose of that. Like, well, what are we gaining from this?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Well, what kind of knowledge do you have? What knowledge are you?
I'll pass knowledge from my head to your head.
Well, what knowledge is in your head that's not in my head? Like,
I don't know. I was pondering the existence of the link between Instagram influencers and ancient Greek philosophers of late. I don't know.
Mediocre. That's a bit of a middling thought, I would say, but all right, okay. Well, what's your take on it? Because I have my own opinions.
A thought is a thought. I don't know.
What is a thought without a voice to voice it, huh?
I don't know. Who said that?
Nobody knows.
No, I know that I know nothing. That's what Socrates said. He was a smart man.
Actually, he said, all I know is that I know nothing. All I know. Yeah?
Yeah, well, whatever. Semantics. Fuck you.
Do you think that, you know, when Socrates thought of something real smart, he was like having breakfast or something, and he was like, all I know is that, hey, get that guy over here with the pen. And then he just like writes it down, and he's like, now take that to whoever it needs, the emperor, and tell him to tell everyone I said this. And then his little messenger scurries off, and he's like, wait, come back. He's like, that was supposed to be an M, sorry.
Nah, I don't think so. They write it down themselves because, like, philosophers are very self-absorbed people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you relate to philosophers, do you not?
Yeah, but I'm a very self-absorbed piece of shit, so I don't know.
And you're now an Instagram influencer.
Yeah, true. But that's why I need to get back on my game. Like, I was reading a few of them. There's ones like, be as you wish to seem, which, like, I'm pretty sure I seen that on a shitty Facebook post the other day.
Oh yeah,
basically,
yeah.
Lesser words, like
you can do a philosophy degree just by scanning less than average people's Facebooks.
Yeah.
Lesser people's Facebooks.
Yeah. Or be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle, which is like, I've seen that everywhere. You know what I mean? That's.
I've never heard that.
Like fucking sitting around thinking you're all smart like thousands of years ago, and now like the dumbest people on the planet are saying just as equally like fucking philosophical things as you.
Well, it's funny because
everyone was dumb-dumbs back then because no one had the internet.
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like 2,000 years ago. A sliced pan of bread would have been very valuable, you know, especially if it was in that plastic thing. But now even Tesco has it. But I think you'd still be honoured if your invention
would have been like gods.
Yeah.
Imagine being a baker in the Middle Ages. Everyone was like, "Oh, you have bread?
Yeah,
that's so cool. Give me some bread. I need some bread."
Every dog has its day, you know. Bakers had their time in the spotlight. Philosophers
did.
Now
trains were the big thing.
Trains
used to be Trains were like the source of all life in trade.
Think about the Humboldt steam train. Once was the most popular locomotive on the planet, and look at it now.
Yeah.
Where are they now? That's what I want to see, an expose on steam trains.
They're not allowed to do them anymore because they're bad for the planet.
Yeah, exactly. They always were.
Fucking steam trains.
Yeah.
Steam trains are stupid.
Actually,
but they're not.
Okay, well, think about this.
The Industrial Revolution was retarded. Everyone should have just stayed. Shouldn't have gone past that.
I'm gonna completely ignore that thought and just move on to a thing where I say, imagine steam trains, okay?
Yeah.
You know, I was so busy trying to insult your thought that I totally forgot that what I wanted to say. There's something about steam trains, though. Oh yeah, so steam trains, they were evil all along. That's the thing about steam trains. They were always evil, but we just didn't know it. And now their value has been lessened. Maybe it's like the philosophers. You know, back then what they said was real smart, but as time gets by, we realize that it's only lesser than average Facebook users who really find that shit interesting. Philosophy is bullshit, probably.
Yeah. One thing that I do like about Socrates, though, I did see a quote a couple of years ago. He must have been jacked, like he must have been shredded, because there's a quote from like, can't remember the exact thing, but it was like basically like every citizen's duty to know the limits of their own body, like how far they can take it. Like it's a great shame for a man not to know his physical limits and all. Like he must have been jacked. Then he was killed actually,
or he was on heroin. He's like, I think it should all be legal. I know the limits of my body. You know?
Yeah. He was killed for being too smart though, Socrates. Because everyone else was dumb around him. They were like, yeah, you're too smart. You're going to change things. Like, we need to kill you.
Was it not that... Poison. Was it not that other people said that he was smart, and then when they brought him to council, they said, why do you think you're so smart? And he's like, hey, all I know is that I know nothing. And they're like, kill that guy. You say that... People say you're smart, and now you say you're not smart? You piece of shit. Go die. GTFO, bitch.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, that was supposed to be an F. Right there, the stenographer in the corner, like, what? What's your theory, huh? What's your thoughts on Instagrammers versus philosophers, huh?
Oh, that was pretty much it, to be honest.
Wait, what? What was your point there?
I don't know. But philosophy as a whole is just weird. Like, anything philosophized. Like, I got all philosophical the other night when I was heavily drinking at, like, 4 o'clock in the morning, staring at a blank telly for, like, the 10th time since the start of this unnamed reason we were all kept in our homes for months.
Unnamed. But, I vaguely know what you're alluding to, but yes, I think I know, yeah.
No, I saw a pigeon get eaten by a fucking seagull.
What?
Like it was fucked up, man. It really fucked me up.
Where did you see that?
In town, outside Stephen's Green. I was going into Argos to get a fucking bench press.
Yeah.
Order one. But
kind of seems like unnecessary filler information, but go on, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know why, I was just rambling. But, yeah, when I was coming out, when I was going in, there was like fucking, this giant seagull had a fucking pigeon neck in its mouth, like it was, it flew off with it and all. It was fucking disgraceful, like there was little kids around crying and all, like, and,
damn.
I don't know, it fucked me up, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I was like, imagine being a pigeon, like, you don't have any natural things, like, that's your life, you just get eaten by a bigger thing than you, like.
Yeah.
And it started making me feel really fucking weird. And then I was like, I live on a first floor apartment balcony.
Yeah.
And I was like, imagine jumping off that and, like, you didn't die and your neck is all fucked up. And someone just comes around, like, you get eaten by something. But, like, there's nothing you can do. That's just your entire life, like, your entire existence has come from, like, the Big Bang. I'm sitting in my jocks doing nothing all day, and then I get eaten by a giant person.
Hey, I don't know what you're trying to do here. Did someone tell you? Did someone tell you to call me for some reason? Why are you bringing up these anecdotes about the balcony and about the pigeon and the seagull? And where did you get this stuff from?
I don't know, my mind.
Why are you calling me?
I don't know, I just want to talk, alright?
I don't understand. This was the shit that I was supposed to be talking about today. Now I've no material. You took the pipe, you took the pigeon, you took the balcony.
Yeah, you took the pipe from me, if anything. I always had the pipe.
You never had a pipe. You've never had a pipe.
I've always had a pipe. I got it when I dressed up as Sherlock Holmes that time to do a detective story.
Well, that episode's not out yet, so your argument is invalid, sir.
Well, you have the power to put it out, you know?
Yeah, right. All right, what else have you been up to during the week? Like, let's wrap this up quickly, huh? Hey, I heard you were in town. You were in the pubs.
Oh yeah, that's been lots of fun. I was out last night. Fucking there was this junkie came up because we had to just go out the street because everywhere fucking closed at 10 o'clock because there's no fuel being served, and so there was basically like a street party with loads of people at it, and we were standing in the corner having a few cans. And this junkie came up and the usual thing, asked for money, and I gave him like €2 just to tell him to get him the fuck off, like. And then like 10 minutes later, he came back out of nowhere, just fucking full stride, going, just walks out, goes, "Needs one of the coke lads?" You're like, what the fuck? And then he walked straight into a pole, and it took him like 2 full seconds to realise. And then he done it again. It was like an AI trying to figure out, like...
How do you walk into a pole twice? Seriously. How is that possible?
It looked like, you know, in a game where, like, fucking the AI is trying to clip through something, or, like, something gone buggy or something. Like, he done it twice. It was fucking hilarious. And then he started going, man, it was all for, like, fucking... for laughing at him. But, I don't know, what's a man to do?
Christ, so you're one of those cunts who's filling up the pubs, huh, during this unnamed crisis that we're experiencing, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? I don't know.
Denim, you're a fucking... No, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't have this guy representing... This guy doesn't represent my views on this podcast. This isn't what the Pocket Hole podcast is about.
It is now.
No, I'm sorry, but like, we're just gonna cut this guy off. Any...
Fuck you, my pipe.
Nah, fuck you. The audience is on my side. Audience, boo him.
I get the feeling you're gonna put a bill track on later after this. Fuck you all.
Welcome to the Pocket Hole Podcast.
Yeah, get that guy out of here. Fuck that guy. Am I right? Am I right? No, I'm wrong. I am very, very wrong. What are you applauding for? Are you insane?
I don't know what
No, I'm saying you can't just silence that guy because he says something that you don't agree with. What's wrong with you people? I thought we talked about this in the last episode, okay? Well, okay, look, I really don't want to address this much further, but I just have to make this clear because, you know, it seems some of you out there, you're just not getting the show. And I'm sorry that I have to constantly derail the show like this, but just some of you out there are not getting it. And listen, for the listener right now, I'm sorry. Look, we have this audience on the show, and I know you're at home, and you know that I'm an unreliable source. You know that you would never take an opinion from me, or never trust a man like me, certainly not. But it's this studio audience, man. They're a lot of fascists, you know? They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They simply don't. They'll just cheer for anything. See, my point exactly. They'll cheer for anything.
So true, man. So true.
You know, I've no interest in perpetuating this echo chamber that we have on the Pocket Hole podcast. We're all about freedom. We're all about freedom, am I right? So, yeah, let this be a lesson to you. You can't just silence Denim whenever he says something inappropriate, you know? And it's not just Denim, you know, it goes all around. But, you know, what you did here today, I'm honestly disappointed. I expected better from you. But listen, I'm a forgiving guy. I'm a reasonable man. So, as Radiohead once said, I'm a reasonable man. Get off my case. Get off my case. And look what happened to them, huh? But listen, yeah, I'm trying to make a point here that I'm not going to submit to the will of the mob, no matter how much the crowd wants me to. But yeah, so you might be wondering what happened in the last episode. Well, we decided to go with the mob mentality here. The studio audience was egging me on, you know, trying to peer pressure me into talking about a recent political issue. And if you were on Instagram.com during the week, you might have noticed some strong words being thrown my way, I'll say that. And of course, the main antagonist of the last episode has reached out to the Pocket Hole podcast. How kind and generous. That's right. We have actually made contact with the outside world. The Pocket Hole podcast is no longer the concentrated internal echoing of a man's rambling monologues. It has been confirmed that this show broadcasts to at least more than one person. It's been a hot time. And you know, I'm still getting messages and stuff. People giving out to me. A lot of people calling me a racist, which is sad, which is very sad because I'm not. In case you're wondering. Yeah. So to kind of quell the backlash, now what I think I'm gonna do is, I mean, like, it's fine. The backlash is fine, but if I can just kind of throw it on someone else for a little while, because it's a bit stressful, you know. Listen, we'll get Denim back, and I'm gonna put on this act of sincerity, and we're gonna hopefully goad him into saying something a bit more controversial, and fingers crossed, anything that's in poor taste, hopefully he'll get the brunt of that. Maybe I'll make some sort of like sensationalist headline about it during the week, and we'll shove it onto him. So let's just have a 100% casually scripted conversation. None of that off the cuff stuff that we had at the top of the show, okay? We don't need spontaneous conversations. Let's just go back to a structured, meaningful conversation with Denim Holdings, huh? What do you think, studio audience? Are you up for that? They change their tune every day, man. They don't know what they think. Just fucking robots. You're robots, are you? Fucking robots. All right, get Denim back on the line. Denim, he has been revived from the embers of public outrage. Denim, I'm sorry. We had a problem with the audience. A lot of fascists in here that are trying to silence you. I had a moment of weakness. I apologize. Oh, you're back on the rollies now, huh?
Yeah, well, I dropped a pipe. To be honest, I wasn't aware you were recording there. So if we're going to be on the show, we'll do it right. We'll smoke rollies and we'll drink some Peronis.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You're right, because there's no point, giving the audience our real selves. We should give them the show and,
The people don't want dead pigeons being eaten by seagulls and
No.
fucking philosophy talk. They want bottles and rollies.
Nah, that was stupid of me to try and push it in that kind of direction. I'm going to have a can as well and just, celebrate. This is the new Pockethole podcast. We're free of censorship. We've had our troubles in the past 10 minutes, but here we are, a normal episode. What do you say?
I say.
Yeah, what do you say?
Good day, sir.
I kind of meant what does the audience say, but if you want to chime
Fuck
in.
the audience, they're a bunch of assholes. I was watching some of your previous podcasts in the off time.
Oh, yeah?
I hear you're a racist now, Pockethole. Is that the sort of thing I should be getting into?
Yeah, I mean,
As your co-host, regular guest, whatever the fuck I am on this.
it's good for numbers, but I will say I stepped over the line a bit, and I think it was because I didn't have someone there to pull back the tether to some extent, or at least to share the blame,
Oh, I want no part of that. To cancel people on the internet now.
Yeah.
It belongs to them.
Yeah, well, I wish you told me that 2 weeks ago. What was I thinking?
Well, I'll tell you now.
It was quite interesting backlash. Don't know if you saw the old Instagram page and everything.
I was looking at some things. I mean, it's an argument you shouldn't even start, to be honest.
But that's why it's so fun.
I don't know. There's no winner. There's no winner on any
No.
level.
But I tried.
And it just goes on and the next one comes.
I tried to take it from a position that, we all know that there's no winner, so allow me to, just stoke the flames of controversy.
But the problem is that you tried to be the winner.
Yeah, I tried to be the referee who is slightly biased.
Everyone hates the referee. The referee is the worst.
I didn't know. I don't watch sports. If I had watched wrestling, then I would have understood how this was destined to go down.
True.
But let me ask you this. A very important thing has been shouted at me in the past week or two. And that is the fact that I am now aware that I'm a white man. Did you know?
Oh, I was aware.
Yeah.
You changed to white mask as well. And a white fucking jumpsuit.
Yeah, I had to get
You're
out of
going
that.
full on here.
Had to get out of my
When did you become a white supremacist color-wise?
because I was doing black mask for so long, and I was afraid that people were gonna drag up those.
Oh no, you don't want to say that.
It was right there on Instagram the whole time, but
Yeah, but no one would put it together until
Yeah.
now. Now you just got yourself in a whole lot of heap of trouble.
yeah, well,
Silly man.
someone politely informed me that I'm a white man, and I have to say, have you ever been called a white? Have you ever been called white? Has anyone
No.
ever said you're white?
No.
It was
I mean, I've been called pale because I'm ginger.
yeah.
Which is my own cross to bear.
yeah.
By the way, for the people watching, please don't hold against me my association with this man. When I do start the Denim Holding show eventually, I'll break all contact.
Listen, do you
I just need this as a booster.
Do you want to be semi-regular co-host or not? Because this is not the way you're gonna go about it, my friend.
Well, once the Denim Holding show, once I figure out how to use recording software,
Yeah,
you'll be gone, buddy.
yeah. I'm like, when they say teach a man to fish, I have just shown you how to use Skype. So If you can teach
Yeah.
yourself how to use the recording software, then it's a dangerous game for podcasts around Ireland.
Denim Holdings has entered the picture.
How does it feel when I say, cause you're not just white, but you're a ginger man. So
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't want to get into comparing the difficulties between being ginger and black. That's not a road I'm going down.
listen, I'll be honest.
But,
I'll be happy if
childhood was a bollocks.
if
South Park made it a lot harder than it had to be, but
for gingers. Why? I thought it was your man. The only spokesperson I can think of for gingers is the
Copper Cab.
yeah the fucking meme like the guy who made
Yeah, but then
nothing
they
better.
made episodes about it, and it all went fucking worldwide. That was viral before viral was even a thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was thinking about that during the week. That just the whole like virality of everything. That we've really shortened our time span. Like you remember that guy Copper Cab who had that video, "Gingers Have Souls."
Yeah.
That was popular for like 6 months or something. It's insane.
Yeah. Things lasted longer then,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And worse things like
Because there wasn't just everything new thrown in your face every 5 minutes, a new fucking thing to... I don't want to say complain. I want to be careful with my words here. But
Well-
a new thing, a new outrage.
yeah, I think it's like we have so much dopamine now. You know, we're filled with constant content that there's no way we would get enough dopamine from Gingers Have Souls. It's not as potent.
Yeah.
Like we need stronger doses of emotion in reaction to the internet.
Yeah, but then also, fuck all that. Just exist. It's fun.
Is
know what I mean?
Are we getting back to philosophical quotes now? This is your
Well, in a
this
way.
is your stance.
I don't know.
Just be.
Just be.
Hey everybody, listen right.
My take on the world is I just sit back and the world happens around me. I do nothing to help nor hinder
Yeah.
it, and just let it go. I'll be me, you be you. Stop refereeing things. Nothing's gone crazy. Everything's gone crazy. Politics is mad.
Everything always was.
That's why I stay out of it.
The madness was in us all along.
But I mean, like I was saying earlier, to cancel people on the internet now, and that's true. They do. There's no way around it. But I reckon the next couple of years they'll all be over. They'll all blow up in their own faces.
I was wondering though.
The cancellers will become the canceller.
Yeah, they will cancel
But,
themselves eventually. That it has to have an internal implosion. A topic so controversial that it divides even the most divisive people. But I was thinking, how is it possible? Like, how will we get there? Like, I just can't.
Just let them do it. Let them away with it.
Like, is there any way we
Let
can?
them go all O.J. Simpson on that shit.
Is there any way we can
Know what I
like
mean?
throw some
Because the
stake
thing is,
into the tiger
O.J.
cage?
got away with it, but everybody knows what O.J. did.
Yeah.
I mean, all these cancelly people, they're gonna know. I mean, they're guilty. They're gonna have to live
Wait,
with
they're
it.
gonna know what? They're gonna know what OJ did?
Everyone knows what O.J. did. I'm just saying.
OJ did blackface for
Everyone's
40
gonna
years
know.
straight. He wrote a book about it. My blacky
Yeah.
wacky face.
Whoa, all right, I have no, not me.
No,
I'm not
I
part of
can't
that.
draw you in with that one. All right.
No.
But he had that book that said, do you know what I'm talking about? OJ had a book and
If I did
if
it,
I did it, but like if was in
And then
really
the family,
small
Nicole Brown.
letters, and I did it.
no, that was because that's the family of Nicole Brown Smith. Bought the rights or got it in a legal case or something, and they changed it to a very small if just to I did it.
Yeah.
like, which is a power move.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was under the impression that he did that himself, and I was thinking,
Got to get him back in some way for brutally murdering their daughter.
yeah, I mean, sometimes vengeance is quite justified. The law isn't gonna get you to put out that book. Oh,
No.
so yeah, that's been my 2 weeks. It's been a good experience, but I'd really like to just get back to just regular deceit.
Normal cast. Yeah.
You know, like
Lying to the people.
Like, for example, when we were talking
Normally.
earlier about Socrates, and I said that his quote was actually, all I know is that I know nothing. Yeah, no, that's not true at all. I was just trying to argue with you for the sake of it.
Oh, I know. I
but
mean,
you know.
when I was looking up them quotes,
Yeah.
when I was looking up them quotes, there was loads of things about how it's all just bullshit. Like none of them had said half the shit that's actually
Really?
there.
Yeah. Nah.
But,
So you're saying that people?
well, no, it's like they attribute one to another, like Dionysus,
yeah.
I think, or Dionysus or something said one thing, and they say Plato said it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of internet, not trueness.
Yeah. It's funny because actually, the girl from the previous episode, she posted that exact quote. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle.
I told you there is a link. I told you there's a fucking link.
For the video podcast, I'm going to put that on screen right now. She posted that fucking exact thing. Oh god. But like,
that's hilarious.
there's nothing you can say about that. I mean, Socrates, man, I'm sorry. I apologize that you have to go through all this absurdity. All he wanted to do was make a couple simple quotes and...
I'm pretty sure he'd love that shit.
Yeah.
The irony of it.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck them to the dead. Bunch of old philosophical bitches.
Full of dead philosophical wankers, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Just another body in the dead
brother.
philosophical wanker club. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Also, this is more of a note to the audience than anything, but the famous band TPM, they requested that I take down my episode that I did with them, episode 4. And I took it down.
That one really backfired on you, didn't it?
But I took it down because actually I really don't like that episode. I had no reason to take it down. People seem to like it. But since he said it, I felt like, oh, I would love to delete that.
Yeah.
I'm just not happy with that one. But the timing is... It's not great, is it?
Nope, hold up. Got a little thing coming up here. Got it. Bad for radio.
What the fuck
sorry,
are you
broke
doing?
one of the...
You don't get...
I got a call.
Yeah, put your phone on silent. You said that you didn't know that we're on air, and now you deliberately changed your jumper.
Alright, well, the fourth wall is broken. I'm just going to text this guy, tell him I'm doing a podcast.
Why can't it wait? Who is so important? Who is...
No one. It's going to keep on ringing. I mean, it's already broken now, alright? People don't really care. This is a funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
it's funny. Oh, this guy, he has to take a fall.
All right, this is a normal episode, everybody. We're just hanging out with you, the listener. You're cooking dinner. You're on a bus. You're at work.
I mean, it's already broken, so I'm gonna break another. I'll be back in a second. I'm just grabbing a ball.
All right, well, I'm gonna carry the show by myself. So, I can see a green screen at the fridge. Your video background that is just denim jeans. You opened that up and received a beer from...
Well, look, that's not even a jean. That's like fucking... the stitching of a jean.
That's a jean. What constitutes a jean? When does a jean become a jean?
I don't know. Here, my name is Denim Holdens. I'll tell you what the fuck constitutes a jean, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, tell me, when does denim become a jean? When is denim just stitches, and when does it become a jean?
When it's stitched with perfection into a lovely jean.
But when is the jean? You know,
when it's in the factory and it's being made, alright? I'm not going to talk to you about the finer points of jean making.
No, because...
You wouldn't know.
What are you doing, man? You literally just said that you want your own show. What are you doing? Is this the Denim Hole?
Well, this is what it'll be like. The viewers will enjoy this.
No, they won't.
We're breaking all the taboos.
No, you just have your phone on. Okay. The phone thing's not a taboo, okay? I'm hot. Like, you know, it's been a strenuous time, okay? I'm jumping at the bit.
All right.
Chomping at the bit.
The phone is on silent now. We'll have no more interruptions. Back to our funny conversations.
But I don't know if you were aware, but I was making the link between gene making and abortion. You know, like when is life? When does a fetus become a human? When does denim become a gene?
So now you're a Republican.
I don't know, man. I can't get out of a cycle. I'm stuck in some sort of cycle of... What's going on, man? I need help. Can we talk about, movies or something?
I'll Skype call you a third time after this and we'll have a little session. We'll talk.
We'll have a private...
Off camera.
Speaking of movies, you were saying something about when we went to see The Joker.
Oh, yes.
What was it that we were talking about? Like, I vaguely remember.
It was funny. we were just high as fuck, and there was no one else there. It was just we were just getting off on the fact that it was like a room full of seats.
Yeah.
And like they're like, here, come, pay for a room full of seats and sit in them. We'll show you a movie.
Just the concept.
I mean,
of
it was more
cinemas.
nuanced than that. You know, you can never really recall them kind of mad high times.
Yeah.
Normally, but
'Cause I
thought you would have remembered that. That's a fond memory for me. I just thought you would have thought of it a bit fun.
No, because I was
Yeah.
thinking about it, and in my memory, that was one of the funniest things we ever talked about. Was like
Yeah.
deconstructing the idea of a cinema and just making it this idea that we all just we pay to sit in a room with strangers.
Yeah.
And
Well, that time that we done a load of fucking a load of what's it called them truffles.
yeah,
And we were in a hotel room, and like, pay for our walls. Just come and sit in our room. It's like €100. You can just come and sit here. Everything's fine.
actually, that's true. That's one thing that we always end up talking about is we just, whenever we're stoned,
The concept of space between walls.
yeah, we suddenly think that the idea of paying to be in a room is the most bizarre thing that we've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Like,
Perhaps we do have problems.
we absolutely do. One problem that we had when we were doing truffles that time, and I think it has to be one of the funniest thought processes that I've ever experienced, and frustrating at the same time. So you had a bottle of water, and we were like, we couldn't even stand up. We were off our tits.
Oh, it took me like half an hour to get just leaning on the bed off the floor.
Yeah. and like our whole plan was to go outside. We never made it that far. But
But that was the whole thing of it. Our goal was like, I was like, are we ready to go outside? I don't know. Can we go
But
outside?
it was
now?
supposed to
great.
be
It was
like
real
the
fun.
most simple. It was supposed to be step one, so we never got that far. But so we
Yeah.
were sitting there thoroughly defeated in that we didn't even manage to step outside the room we began in, and you had a bottle of water.
No, we did walk out the back garden though. Remember that
Yeah.
place had a big garden and we were walking around.
You had a bottle of water, and I was saying like, don't drink all the water, because if you drink it all, I'm gonna have to go outside and get more. And you were like, but it's fine, we have all this water, look. I'm like, yeah, but if you drink that, then we won't have any more, and I'll need to get more. And you're like, but it's fine, look how much we have. I'm like, yes, but if you drink it, it'll be gone. And your face was just like, oh my god, you're right. Because in
Yeah, it's crazy what a drug that takes away all your human perspectives does to a man.
and it makes you feel so smart.
fun as fuck,
Like
though.
in the moment,
Yeah.
you feel like you're a genius for
You're a
figuring
genius.
out the idea that water will be depleted when you drink it.
When basically you've just reverted your mind to the age of like 4.
Yeah, a retarded
But that's real
4-year-old
fun, man.
at that.
Being 4 is fucking great. You don't have to do shit.
Being 4 is great. That's your
Yeah.
stance on being 4. That's your
Yeah.
official opinion.
Because you don't have to walk anywhere. You're just at that time. How big are 4-year-olds?
Yeah,
actually?
you
Do you
think-
still be in a pram?
You think 4-year-olds can't walk?
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh no, they can. Yeah. When did you start walking at like 1.5 or something? 2?
I mean, it's different, but I mean, like, you know, around 1 would be a good benchmark.
I mean, I'm not particularly good at walking now.
What do you think a baby's doing for the first 4 years? What are they doing?
Fuck all, nothing. You learn to say fucking words and walk is basically all you're doing.
Welcome to the Pocket Hole Podcast.